wanna start my day with love. That's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. Wanna start my day with love. That's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with love. Wanna start my day with love. That's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. Wanna start my day with love. That's what I get more of, is love. I choose love, love, love. Love, love, love. I choose it, love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I choose peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, peace. I feel it, peace, 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 peace. I choose peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I choose joy, joy, joy. I feel it, joy, joy, joy. Every day it's joy, joy, joy. I'm choosing joy, joy, joy. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing? Good. Welcome to Unity of the Sierra. All right. Again, welcome. Let's get started with our mission statement. To awaken, acknowledge, and nurture the divine in everyone. Yes. Let's light the candles, and we are going to sing the Karen Drucker's morning prayer to light our candles.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let Spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day. And I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
So let's take our surrendered selves right into prayer. As we come to meet the divine presence in the sacred space that we are creating together, we know that truly all is well. We are safe to free our minds of distractions as we come together in affirmative prayer. I am the light of God expressing. If you'll allow my words to be your words as I claim, I am the light of God expressing. Recite my problems in prayer, I affirm the well-being that I know exists around me. Affirmative prayer cuts through any fog of resistance in my mind and establishes my faith with energy and passion. I am the Word of God expressing as I speak, think, and pray in this way. My heart is stirred as I am lifted up into a clear atmosphere of trust and confidence. Right now, I aim my laser focus in the direction of my prayerful desire with a simple affirmation of faith, such as, God and I are one, or I am the light of God expressing. I release the vibrant energy these words express and feel a ready response in my heart. I know that all is well. And so, acknowledging the vibrant energy of our words, I invite you now to say aloud the names of those who are in your lives, or maybe those people who you have become aware of that need that lift of knowing that I am the light of God expressing. You may say those names out loud now. Vicky. From Psalm 66, verse 1 and 2, make a joyful noise to God. All the earth, sing the glory of his name. Give to him glorious praise. And so we close this prayer knowing that the work we do in our affirmative prayer is the work of the divine. We are divinely inspired, and we know the power of our voice. And so with that power, let's say the Lord's Prayer together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Okay, I feel like we're ready to go into a nice meditation, and our theme today is divine guidance. And so I would like to read to you for our meditation something that was published by a Quaker woman. It is really interesting how similar what she does is to what we do here. And so I would invite you to just get comfortable. Get comfortable, release anything distracting from your lap or your hands. Comfortable in a chair with a straight spine. Be still. Focus on your breathing. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Allow your body to relax. Notice areas of tension. Invite those tensions to melt away. Do that for just a minute. Notice those areas of tension in your body. Invite those tensions to melt away. Continuing to focus on your breath. Relax, but stay alert. Let go of analytical thinking. Allow thoughts to float by without holding on to any of them. Relax, but stay alert and let go of analytical thinking. Allow thoughts to float by. Do not hold on to any of those thoughts. Focusing on the breath, relaxing, being alert, allowing thoughts to be present to this moment right here. In this relaxed state of openness, invite divine light within you to give you a glimpse of 2 or 3 areas in your life where something is unclear or unresolved, and you would like to see the truth more clearly. One at a time, allow yourself to glimpse and to sense some areas of real concern in your life. Just look at them from the distance. Don't try to analyze them. Let the light show you one area of concern and then another. From among the different situations you have glimpsed, ask this intelligent, divine light to help you choose one to focus on right now. One area in your life where you have a sense of uneasiness. Allow Spirit, God, the light, to illuminate the situation. Take a look at it or feel into it, but maintain some distance. Let your analytical mind be quiet. Allow yourself to see it from a different, deeper knowing. Allow the light to show you truth. Try to get a sense of it as a whole, and let the light show you what is really going on here. Deep inside, you already know what it is all about. Stay with it. Invite God or Spirit or the light to be with you as you sit with this uncomfortable situation or awareness, and allow yourself to see more clearly. We'll do that for a moment in the silence. Continue to sit with any discomfort you might have around this issue. Stay with it. Keep returning to it if your focus wanders. Invite the light to bring understanding and healing. You might lift up this situation to be surrounded by light or God's love, or you might ask for insight or for a loving and truthful next step. The light will guide you and show you new possibilities for your life. What awareness is being revealed to you now? Focusing on your breath once again. Whatever has transpired in this meditation for you, thank yourself for sitting and staying present with it. Thank God or Spirit or the light for however it has been in and with you during this time. Let go of any judgments and accept whatever has been given or whatever has been released. And only when you are ready, open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes, stretch a little if you need to. Take some deep breaths. Become more aware of your body and this room and this time and this place. We are all experiencing one presence when we do any of these exercises. When we affirm truth, we are acknowledging that one presence.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. The different is only dangerous when we forget in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or Heaven's Door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of the love in you and me. One power. Oh, one power is what we are. One power. One power. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power. It's one power. What we are is one power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me.
Love that song. Call Karen. Those words startled me from a sound sleep. I sat straight up, rubbed my eyes, and looked at the clock just after 3 in the morning. My younger sister Karen was a senior at Eastern Michigan University and was used to pulling long hours studying in her tiny on-campus apartment. But she had to be asleep by now. My alarm wasn't set to go off for another 2.5 hours. There was so much to do tomorrow. Get my 2 little girls to school, work a 10-hour day at the office, take the girls to violin and piano practice, cook dinner, check homework, iron school uniforms. I needed every hour of rest I could get. I'll call her in the morning, I thought. I lay back down and closed my eyes. Call her, Patty, a voice pierced the darkness. Was I going crazy? If I call her now, that's what she'll think. I turned over and buried my head beneath my comforter. Call Karen now. Clearly, I wouldn't get any sleep until I called Karen. I turned on my bedside lamp and dialed the phone. A few rings, I almost hung up. This is nuts. Then I heard my sister's voice. Hello? She answered groggily. Now what should I say? I chuckled sheepishly. Hey, what you doing, girl? There was a long pause. sleeping. Karen sighed. Why? Oh, I woke my sister up for what exactly? I wanted nothing more than to catch a few Z's myself. So we chatted for a few minutes, then hung up. There, I talked to her. I could finally get rest before I had to be Superwoman in less than 3 hours. Morning came too soon. I yawned as I made the girls breakfast. The phone rang, probably Karen calling to chew me out for waking her up last night. Patty, I'm just leaving the emergency room, she said. The emergency room? Karen said that after we hung up, her eyes were burning and it was hard for her to breathe. She went to the kitchen for a glass of water. I turned on the light and there was this strange mist in the air, she explained. I ran to a neighbor. The second she saw how pale I looked, she called 911. The doctor said it was a good thing I woke up. There was some kind of gas leak. It could have killed me. So that is one form of divine guidance we get. These random incidences, this little voice sometimes that we can experience. I don't think I've ever had personally anything that dramatic that happened. I do remember Chris had something where you were driving down a road one time, is that right? And he was just taking his regular route to work, and this panic came over him, and he just heard this strong voice, stop the car, stop the car. And as soon as he did stop the car, some other car just hurled out of, I don't know if it was a driveway or a cross street that was red light, just ran a red light. There you go. And so it's almost like in those instances we have no choice but to listen, right? Something visceral is happening. And the only way we're going to get through that uncomfortable feeling is to listen to the voice. But it's not always, it doesn't always work that way, does it? There's one other story I want to share with you. If you have delicate ears, you might want to let this go. I hope I didn't just, well, I might be sharing it and oh, here we go. No. I think I already pitched it. That'll be a story for later if I find it in my pile of papers here. Okay. All right. So divine guidance comes to us in all sorts of ways, right? We have an affirmation this month. It is the Christ presence is my guide, my strength, and my comfort. Do you want to say that with me? The Christ presence is my guide, my strength, and my comfort. So when I listen to this affirmation within me, and I'm really tuning into it, I'm seeing this loop around all the words. In order for me to feel comfortable, I need to know that I am rooted in that Christ presence. And Christ, like we talked about last week, it's not a person. It's not a Savior that came to earth and died on a cross. That's not Christ, right? Christ comes from the Old Testament. It's I am. Jehovah is the I am. And so it is the very original divine idea. And when we all have access to that, and when we go there within ourselves, call it whatever you want. Hashem, angel's wings, heaven's door, Baha'u'llah, some of the words from the song we just sang. Whatever is comfortable to you. When you align yourself with that presence, I myself feel comfort, right? But how do we get there? There's the practice of prayer and meditation every day that gets us prepared. The rest of our bodies, our mental body, our physical body, our psyche, our emotions, we can prepare all of these bodies to be in alignment with that presence by practicing making a practice out of it every day. Or when something's not going quite your way, to do an affirmative prayer, just affirming the highest truth that you can think of in any given situation. Any highest truth you can think of. So, Christ's presence, guidance, strength, comfort. In order for me to find my way to that comfortable feeling, the Christ presence, I need to allow myself to be guided. Sometimes, if it's not automatic, if I'm not already there, and I'm feeling discomfort, dis-ease, for any reason, I can open myself up to divine guidance. Just like we did in that meditation. Did you hear anything similar in that meditation to what we already do? When we open our meditations, oftentimes I will guide you to pay attention to your breath, like we did today. I will guide you to let the tensions out from your body melt away, like we did today. I will guide you to listen to that still small voice sometimes. And most importantly, I invite you to become the watcher of your thoughts, to allow them to drift by and not hold on to any of them. We do this all the time. It doesn't mean it's a practice if it's not done. If you don't take that home and do it regularly, then it's not a practice, but that's okay. You've heard these things before. You're comfortable with the process, hopefully. And interestingly enough, that being that meditation was created from a Quaker woman who has a blog and shared that with everyone. And I didn't know too much about Quakerism, but apparently how it started was one day a gentleman didn't want to go to church. He thought, when I go to church, I'm just listening to a lot of words. Right? You know that experience, right? I'm just listening to a lot of words. And there's so much going on. There's music, there's conversation, there's lots of stuff going on. And I'm not getting that deep down guidance that I'm yearning for. I'm not hearing the Word of God. So I think this Sunday I'll stay home and I'll just sit in silence for that hour instead of being in church and see what happens. So he sat in silence and a world of guidance opened up to him. And from that guidance he felt compelled and directed to start the Quaker movement. And this is a movement that is based on so many things that's similar to us. Affirmative prayer, claiming truth, looking above your problems, seeing a higher perspective, and listening to that divine guidance, that light. She used that word light over and over again. And when I use that word light with you, what I mean by it is divine intelligence. Sometimes I talk about it as that effervescence that is all around us in every cell of our bodies. That effervescence is divine intelligence in action. Our bodies are communication devices for spirit. And when we sit and be still with that, allowing the tension to be released, we are clearing a channel for divine guidance to come through, for inspiration. Well, we don't always get there right away, do we? Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes we need an external reminder. And Randy was sharing with me something that she experienced in her travels, and I'd like to invite her to come up and share that.
So many of you know I was in Europe for almost a month, and the last day I was in Barcelona in a park walking there were 4 of us walking, and I sat down on a bench. And on the ground, I found this little rock, and I'll pass it around so you can see it. And Chris is saying, come over here. So I found this little rock. It has a heart on it, little smiley face, and there was writing in French. Does anybody here speak French? So from my C- that I got in my third year of French in high school, I was able to discern that this rock says something to the effect of, I am a rock on a voyage, discovering the world. And there's a website, and named the website, this rock originally started out in France. And so I got on the site and I found my rock, because apparently this is like a movement where people are painting rocks and then setting them out so these rocks can travel the world. So this rock originated in France, and then I was able to trace it, and it showed, when it was in Barcelona, people were really thrilled and excited. Oh, look, the rock made it to Spain. But now the rock is in Carson City, Nevada. So if you'd all like to put your love and blessings, I'm just going to pass it around. You can just, pass it around. And it was just this serendipitous, really cool moment.
So the reason I wanted Randy to share that with you, not just because we got here at the same time, we were getting out of the car at the same time, she's like, oh, let me tell you my rock story, I want to share it with everyone today. But it fits so perfectly in with what we're doing, what we're talking about. Thank you for sharing that. I just recently, this last week, more serendipity, was at a work meeting. We have like an all-staff, all the departments get together, and we do potluck and sit and talk for a couple of hours. And while we were having our meeting, one of our peer support specialists had this thing she had started doing with some of our clients, and that is painting rocks. She had found one of these rocks. Where was she? She's not a world traveler, so I think it was just somewhere in Sierra County. She found one of these rocks, and on the back is the website. And if you go to the website, you can see posts of people who will paint the rock and say, this is my beautiful rock, I'm going to go hide it out in the woods or wherever, or by a park bench or something. And then there are people that take pictures, because you see the rock, you flip it over, there's a website, there's instructions, you take a picture and tell the story of where you were and how you found it. Now the special thing about this rock is that usually there's some kind of message on it. Sometimes it's just beautiful artwork. In this case, it's a smiley-faced heart. So that when you find it randomly around the planet, you get that lift, right? It's something special, and it can take you out of whatever discomfort you have been sitting with, or whatever thoughts that have been going on in the back of your mind that you haven't wanted to pay attention to, and just take you back to center. And we are such a small world. We are all so divinely connected. We can receive that inspiration, that guidance from anywhere external to us or from within. And so I wanted to share some Charles Fillmore with you. He says there are two ways to get understanding. So when I'm understanding something, I'm comfortable, right? Back to comfort. There are two ways to get understanding. One is to follow the guidance of the Spirit that dwells within, and the other is to go blindly ahead and learn by hard experience. We all know that one, right? Apparently Charles did too. He said these two ways are open to everyone, so we have a choice, right? And this reminds me, I've just one more little story. When my girls were little, so Gina was probably anywhere was 6 months to a year old, and then a little bit past that she would continue this habit, and Teresa was 2 years older than her. So Gina was just so fascinated by everything her sister did and said. And she would watch with intention. And Teresa, who had her own traumatic experiences, child of divorce, going back and forth from home to home, had some issues. And so she would act out. And then that would get Gina's attention. And Teresa would be having her temper tantrum, and Gina would just look. And then Gina was watching very intently how I would handle Teresa's temper tantrum. She would watch what Teresa did in the first place to get herself into this space of discomfort, right? And when Gina found herself in those same exact situations a year, 2 years later, she would make a different choice. Now, she hasn't done this her entire life. She has gone that route of, going blindly ahead and learning by hard experience. She's done plenty of that. But as a baby, it was really interesting to watch her make the other choice. To learn by, and that was a gift her sister gave her, right? She came here, one of the things they were working out is, okay, I'll go first and I'll show you what not to do so that it'll be a little easier for you, right? For those first few years. And so, but Gina had that choice and she took the easier path. She saw truth and she allowed herself to be guided by it. And it's just amazing, the wisdom of babies, right? Charles Fillmore says it is easier to seek truth willingly and be watchful and obedient than it is to be forced by some severe experience. Hard experiences are not necessary if we are obedient to the truth that saves us from them. And then he goes into time should be given to prayer and meditation, yes. But also, obedient to the truth, even if we don't know what that truth is. You can make a practice of when you are feeling out of sorts or confused about something or not really sure what to do next. You can very easily replicate the process we did earlier in meditation. It's just sitting and being still with your thoughts and allowing yourself. This is huge. Allowing yourself to sit with the confusion, to sit with being uncomfortable. We don't want to be uncomfortable, do we? So we distract ourselves with TV or movies or the news or drugs and alcohol or getting on a phone with, Chris is, sports? Phones, our phone. Everybody's got their face in their phones, right? Not everybody here, I know you guys don't. A lot of people I know do. There's so many ways we can distract ourselves. But if we want guidance, it's about being okay with being uncomfortable, sitting and allowing that to just be. Just sit and be still with it. Allow those feelings, see where you feel it in your body. And then when you notice it somewhere, allow those tensions to dissipate. And what is the truth that remains? Asking the question, what is the highest truth for me in this situation? What is the highest truth? And then being quiet, watching your thoughts go by, not attaching to any of them, not grabbing onto any of them. It's a simple practice. And it is a path to realizing truth, to discovering unity with Source, and to being happy. Because then we get the answers. And sometimes it's like, oh crap, I already knew that. I was trying to avoid that. I don't want to go down that path. That's a hard path. But sometimes that path is what leads us to our highest potential. And you will instinctively know if that path is leading you to your highest potential or if it's just another path of distraction. And so Christ's presence is my guide, my strength, and my comfort. And let's take into prayer for just a moment. Divine Spirit, intelligent life and light, we open and allow ourselves to be open to the presence, that divine presence that is here right now, guiding our thoughts, arranging external processes to show us a path so that we may see truth, that truth that is coming from within. We allow to unfold, and we are grateful. And so it is. Okay.
I am weak, but thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk close to thee. Just a closer walk with thee. Just a closer walk. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Just a closer walk. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be.
And when my feeble life is o'er, and time for me will be no more, guide me gently, safely, oh, to thy kingdom shore, to thy shore.
Just a closer walk with thee. Just a closer walk. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Just a closer walk. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Just a closer walk with
A friend of mine had talked about some old classic country recently. I'm like, he'd asked me, what kind of music do you like? I'm like, I love everything but country. I do not like country. Then he's like, what? And I'm like, well, I like Patsy Cline and Willie Nelson and, I like tradition. I don't like today's country. But anyway, so I'm like, let's look around for something nice. Yeah. Okay, so this is the part of the service where we get, I'll get all your snide comments later. Please keep them for me, I want to hear. Okay, I invite you to take your love offerings, your gifts, your tithes into your hands so that we can all bless them together. Divine love, flowing as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. and I am grateful.
What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, prosperity, I claim it, I claim it. Abundance, abundance is mine, is mine. Love, love flows through me, flows through me. I feel joy, I feel joy all the time, all the time. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I claim it, I claim it. It is mine, it is mine. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I am it, I am it. It is mine, it is mine. Peace, peace fills my heart, fills my heart. I surrender, I surrender everything, everything. Health, health is my birthright, is my birthright. Passion, passion helps me sing, helps me sing. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I claim it, I claim it. It is mine, it is mine. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I am it, I am it. It's my time, it's my time. Break it on down. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good. I release, and let go, I accept, what is mine, I can have, what I want, and let spirit, direct the flow. Life is good, life is fun, life is great, this song is done.
Okay, so one more time I invite you to bring your attention up to the front here where we are giving our blessings on the gifts that we are giving and receiving. Together as one we give, we receive, one flows into the other. We know in unity that they are one and the same. The source, the divine idea, the manifestation is all a beautiful loop of praise, gratitude, love, and forward motion in the action of spirit, and it is good. And so it is.